Hey there, fellow history buffs. Today we're going to talk about a pivotal moment in American history, the Emancipation Proclamation. Picture this. It's January 1st, 1863, in the heat of the Civil War. President Abraham Lincoln puts pen to paper, signing a document that forever alters the trajectory of a nation. This document is none other than the Emancipation Proclamation. But this proclamation is more than just a piece of paper. It's a monumental declaration that forever freed enslaved individuals in Confederate-held territory. This historic document didn't just serve as a turning point in the fight against slavery, it transformed the Civil War into a battle for human freedom. So let's dive in, rewind the clock, and journey back to this defining moment in American history. But what exactly was the Emancipation Proclamation and why is it so important? Let's rewind a bit. The Emancipation Proclamation was more than just a piece of paper. It was a bold declaration that would forever change the course of history. Picture this: the United States torn apart by civil strife. The year is 1859, and the nation is on the brink of a devastating civil war. The issue at hand: slavery. The Southern states, reliant on the institution of slavery for their economic prosperity, are at odds with the North, where growing abolitionist sentiments are taking hold. Fast forward to the year 1860, and the conflict intensifies. Abraham Lincoln, a vocal opponent of slavery's expansion, is elected as the 16th President of the United States. His election sparks outrage in the South, leading 7 Southern states to secede from the Union, giving birth to the Confederate States of America. Now the stage is set for one of the most brutal conflicts in American history, the Civil War. It is a battle fought not just on the fields of Gettysburg or Antietam, but in the hearts and minds of the American people. In the thick of this conflict, on the first day of January 1863, President Lincoln signs the Emancipation Proclamation. This powerful document declares all enslaved individuals in Confederate-held territory to be forever free. It is a beacon of hope in a dark period, a promise of freedom for millions. The Emancipation Proclamation doesn't end the war, nor does it immediately free all enslaved individuals. But it is a turning point. It transforms the Civil War from a conflict about preserving the Union into a battle for human freedom. The proclamation provides a moral cause to the war and paves the way for the 13th Amendment, which would ultimately abolish slavery in the United States. This historic document not only served as a turning point in the fight against slavery, but also transformed the Civil War into a battle for human freedom. It's a testament to the power of words and the enduring spirit of the quest for equality and justice. I spoke with several historians and experts to gain deeper insights into the significance of the Emancipation Proclamation. The universal consensus was that this document marked a seismic shift in the course of American history. Dr. Eleanor Hughes, a renowned historian, described it as an act of moral and political courage. She explained how President Lincoln, amidst the chaos of the Civil War, seized the moment to redefine the conflict as a fight for universal freedom. Professor James Weston, an authority on American Civil War history, emphasized the strategic brilliance of the proclamation. He pointed out that by declaring enslaved individuals in Confederate-held territories free, Lincoln was effectively weakening the Confederacy's economy and labor force. But the Emancipation Proclamation was more than a strategic move. It was a powerful statement of human rights. Dr. Maya Patterson, a scholar of African American history, reminded us of the immense emotional impact of the proclamation. She painted a vivid picture of the joy and hope that swept through the enslaved population, a sentiment that echoed across the world and resonated with other movements for freedom and equality. However, the Emancipation Proclamation was not an immediate panacea. Dr. Hughes was keen to remind us that while it was a monumental step towards abolition, it did not end slavery overnight. It took 2 more years for the 13th Amendment to be ratified, officially abolishing slavery throughout the entire United States. What the Emancipation Proclamation did do, according to Professor Weston, was set a precedent. It paved the way for the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, which collectively are known as the Reconstruction Amendments, fundamentally reshaping American society and the very definition of citizenship. They highlighted how this proclamation not only changed the legal status of millions of enslaved individuals, but also paved the way for the eventual abolition of slavery in the United States. So, the Emancipation Proclamation was not just a historic document. It was a catalyst for profound systemic change. A beacon of hope in an era of darkness, it forever altered the trajectory of American history and the fight for human freedom. Imagine the hope and joy felt by countless enslaved individuals upon hearing the news of their emancipation. The Emancipation Proclamation was more than just a declaration. It was a promise of freedom and a new dawn in the middle of a tumultuous civil war. It's important to remember that the Emancipation Proclamation didn't immediately free all enslaved people. Its authority extended only to the states in rebellion, while the states that remained loyal to the Union were exempt. However, it was a crucial first step. For the first time, the federal government had officially recognized the humanity of the enslaved individuals and affirmed their right to freedom. The proclamation had a profound impact on the Civil War itself. It shifted the focus of the war from a struggle for political unity to a crusade for human freedom. This shift was not just symbolic, it was strategic. It discouraged foreign powers, particularly Britain and France, from intervening on behalf of the Confederacy, as they had previously considered. Now they were unwilling to be seen as supporting a regime fighting to preserve slavery. On a more personal level, the Emancipation Proclamation stirred a surge of hope among the enslaved population. It inspired many to rise against their captors, to flee towards Union lines to seek their freedom. It empowered them to join the Union Army and Navy, where they played a significant role in the Union's eventual victory. Beyond the immediate effects, the Emancipation Proclamation had long-term implications. It paved the way for the 13th Amendment, which would officially abolish slavery in the United States in December of 1865. This amendment was a testament to the enduring spirit of the proclamation, a spirit that continues to inspire the fight for freedom and equality to this day. The Emancipation Proclamation was a beacon of hope in a dark period of American history, offering a glimpse of a future where freedom and equality prevailed. As we reflect on the legacy of the Emancipation Proclamation, let us remember the courage and determination of those who fought for freedom and equality. This document, signed over a century and a half ago, was more than just a legal declaration. It was a promise of a world where every individual had the right to live free. The Emancipation Proclamation didn't just end the practice of slavery in Confederate-held territories, it sparked a movement. It ignited hope in the hearts of millions and became a beacon of light in the darkness, a symbol of a future where all men and women could live free, regardless of the color of their skin. From this point forward, the conversation around freedom and equality in the United States shifted dramatically. The Emancipation Proclamation was the catalyst for the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery entirely, and the 14th and 15th Amendments, which guaranteed equal protection under the law and the right to vote, respectively. But the legacy of the Emancipation Proclamation extends beyond these monumental legal changes. It sparked a cultural shift, challenging deep-seated beliefs and norms about race and inequality. It was a stepping stone towards a more inclusive and equal society, a society that we are still striving to create today. The proclamation's legacy also lives on in the hearts and minds of those who continue to fight for justice and equality. From the civil rights movement of the mid-20th century to the Black Lives Matter movement today, the echoes of the Emancipation Proclamation can be heard in the rallying cries of those who refuse to accept inequality and injustice. So as we reflect on the legacy of the Emancipation Proclamation, let's not just remember the document itself, but the enduring spirit of hope and freedom it represents. Let's remember the millions of lives it touched and the profound changes it spurred in our society. Let us honor their legacy by continuing to strive for a more just and inclusive society for all. Because the fight for freedom and equality is far from over, and it's a fight that we all must take part in. The Emancipation Proclamation is not just a piece of our past, it's a part of our present, and it holds the promise of a better future. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history. We've delved into the profound significance of the Emancipation Proclamation, a monumental event that forever altered the course of American history. This powerful declaration not only transformed the Civil War into a battle for human freedom, but it also paved the way for the eventual abolition of slavery across the nation. The Emancipation Proclamation stands as a testament to the courage and determination of countless individuals who fought tirelessly for freedom and equality. As we look back, let's also look forward and carry their legacy into our present, striving for a more just and inclusive society. If this exploration of history has sparked your curiosity, your hunger for knowledge, do engage with the video. Like it, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more fascinating insights from our past. Until next time, remember, the Emancipation Proclamation is not just a piece of history. It is a symbol of hope and progress for generations to come.